Lonwabo Mrele is a multimedia journalist, media entrepreneur, sports analyst, philanthropist, public speaker, and an academic. As a journalist, he has over 8 years of experience and has authored stories for 15 well-known newspapers. As a philanthropist, he is the co-founder of the Nkayisa and Mrele Foundation, a non-profit organization that assists previously disadvantaged communities with academic, nutritional, and sports programs. Lonwabo, over to you.
As a sports journalist, I get to meet a lot of amazing people from our beautiful country. On a scorching December afternoon, I arrived to a grand welcoming of friends and family in my hometown of Gqeberha. Usually, when I'm at home, it's all pens down and the fun times begin with loved ones. And of course, it happens after I've cleaned my mother's backyard. While sharing memories, we bumped into a couple of rugby players we did a story on a few months ago. One of them was Sisona Mrele, born and raised in PE. He's a former CPUT rugby player and the Varsity Shield player of the tournament in 2021. While chuffed and excited to see me, he was grateful for the positive sports story, since he's preparing to sign a contract with one of the biggest teams in Europe. Sisona is one of a talent that is just amazing to see. We caught up with him 2 days later while they were preparing to have a session with a former Sharks Academy rugby player, Lonwabo, from New Brighton at the Denkyka Stadium. They were having 2 sessions that day. The first, they were training by themselves, and the second, they would train with the local rugby team, African Bombers. We took a couple of snaps and a video and shared it with 15 of the local newspapers. Despite the positive story, what actually triggered me that day was the state of the stadium. For those of you who are not familiar with the Denkyka Stadium, it is considered a haven for local dream chasers from Gqeberha. Our Springbok captain, Siya Kolisi, started off there. Our Springbok assistant coach and former Sevens rugby captain, Zwandile Stick, was a diamond in the rough that was found in those fields. In fact, world tennis player Roger Federer visited Imbeo Tennis with his organization a few years ago, which inspired many of the kids from our townships to take up tennis as an alternative sport. So it breaks my heart to see the grassless fields, the gates falling apart, and the building crumbling. I went back to my mother's house quite disturbed by this, because like the Denkyka Stadium, the Zwide Stadium, the local library, and other facilities are falling apart. I took a walk around the neighborhood with 2 of my childhood friends, and they were sharing with me how the crime in the area spiraled out, how gender-based violence has increased, how people are smoking drugs, drinking alcohol, and dying young in situations that could have been prevented has become a norm. It is scary, and clearly something needs to be done. We did, however, also pass a couple of kids that were playing soccer with a ball made out of a plastic bag stuffed with sponges inside. And right close to them were a few other kids that were playing cricket with a tennis ball and a bat made out of wood from a gate that broke nearby. These kids made us reminisce of our good old days when we used to play sports in the streets. But we were lucky enough that we had sports teams that we could join to generate our energy off the field onto the field from the streets. I put 2 and 2 together and realized the reason we have so many of these socio-economic issues is because we have failed to generate our kids' energy off the streets into the sports field, local libraries, and we are not hosting enough musical and educational events in the townships anymore. It starts with us as elders becoming better role models in society. We have to motivate our youth to start their own initiatives so they can become the leaders we want to see tomorrow, today. We have to turn our ideas into businesses and organizations and legally register them to employ the youth, to inspire them, to motivate them, to create their ability into becoming leaders that we want to see. The government needs to jump on board and assist local organizations in making the solution a reality. The private sector has all the muscle the youth need to accelerate the process of fixing our facilities, building partnerships, and communicating the message forward through local broadcasters and social media. You see, when we fail to take care of our facilities, we fail to take care of our youth. For a child born and raised in a township filled with dreams, some lost and some chased, greatness is a touch away. But it begins small. It starts with you and me. In 2015, we started a non-profit organization, the Mrele and Mrele Foundation. Our objectives are to make extramural activities fun in our townships while we fix our facilities. Every contribution you give goes towards changing a child's life for the better. 2 weeks ago, we received a video call from Siswana Mrele. He was in the colors of his new team, Rugby Club Dallousa from Portugal. All the way from the streets of Zwide, he is flying the South African flag high in Portugal. He is only one example out of many young talented kids who lack a little push towards success. Some are skilled, but their boots are broken, so they stop playing sport. Some are so talented, but they are hungry back at home, so they find an alternative to generate their energy. Some choose sport to combat the fact that it only takes a second to join a gang. And some, they play sport for their livelihood because they feel at home. It is time for us to bring hope to the hopeless, to give back by putting the kids off the streets and into the sports field. It is our duty to make the change that we want to see. It is time to take action.